My daughter had just been in a car accident. I kept praying for a miracle, but reality was heartbreaking. The doctors finally confirmed that she was brain dead. While I was still overwhelmed with grief, the doctor suddenly brought up organ donation. At first, I thought he only wanted to donate my daughter's heart, but what he said next left me completely speechless. Ask about organ donation?
Yes.
You want her heart?
We have a 16-year-old girl who had a tragic accident a couple of years ago that destroyed her face.
Want to take my daughter's face and put it on someone else? I simply could not accept it, so I refused the doctor without hesitation, and I angrily walked out of the consultation room. But just as I was about to leave in the elevator, I met the girl who was waiting for the transplant. Although her face had been severely disfigured, she still wore an optimistic smile. She spoke warmly with the people around her. Looking at her, I could not help thinking about my own daughter. At that moment, I made the hardest decision of my life. I went back to my daughter's side. I stayed with her for one final goodbye, and I softly told her about my decision. I believed that if she could still hear me, she would support my choice. As I pushed my daughter toward the operating room, the doctors and nurses throughout the hospital quietly stood along both sides of the hallway in the most respectful way possible. They accompanied my daughter on her final journey, and I held her hand the entire time until I could no longer go any farther with her. With the medical team's careful preparation, the transplant surgery was successfully completed. When I saw the young woman again, I stood there in silence for a long time. A familiar face before my eye made me feel as if I were seeing my daughter again. I slowly took out my daughter's photo album and gently placed it into the young woman's hand. She's beautiful. Can I ask you for a favor? I'd like to say goodbye. Then I softly kissed her on the forehead, just as if I were kissing my daughter one last time. I did not say another word. I simply turned around and quietly walked out of the room, because I knew that face carried more than my memories. It also carried another young woman's chance to begin a new life.